Hey guys, welcome back to some more AFK Arena. I want to start today's video with this picture. That is right. So a lot of players are saying that this is going to be the new hero. This is from Dolly's Corner, but it's pretty interesting because of the little butterflies. And I'm assuming they might not be butterflies with the Graveborn. They said it might not have a good cohesiveness, the conjunction in there. But overall, I'm wondering if they're moss. I think it would be really cool because you can almost see that it looks like the hero is sitting on a throne. It has almost like a spike staff right there. And there's a kind of little creepy hand. I want to see exactly how this looks, but it almost looks like there is smoke or some sort of something coming out of this tomb. It could be an altar. We're going to have to see exactly what it looks like, but it is really, really cool to see that there is going to be the new hero. And I'm assuming the patch notes are going to be up tomorrow for this hero. A lot of players are also saying that it's going to be a celestial and it is not going to be a hypo. So let me know in the comments what you guys think. But looking at our YouTube account, and I really want to talk about focus today in the video because we have been making a lot of progression. We have been focusing on a lot of heroes. And really when you go into AFK Arena or really any game, the focus is key. When we're building out specific heroes, when we're building them out to a certain level, the results of that can be absolutely crazy. So again, I want to go through and show you kind of what we've been doing and what we've been working on. So we'll go here, we'll lend out some of our heroes, but looking at our mail, as you can see right here, we have a leaderboard rewards, we have our Cursed Realm individual rewards, we also have the Nightmare Corridor rewards, which means through focus with all of the heroes that we've been building, it has worked incredibly well and we've been scoring incredibly well. Even looking at the Nightmare Corridor, we came in 187. That is right, we're trying to stay under that 200 because this is one of the absolute most important things to get because it is incredibly hard to build furniture on heroes. It takes a lot of time. The wish list is gigantic, meaning you just need a truckload of pull coins to really get that done. So to get a custom mythic furniture scroll, this is really cool to see because we have the ability just to save it or to put it on a hero that we need. And again, really focusing build, which we'll look at the heroes in just a little bit. It also yields us 5,000 diamonds. That is a full pull if we're looking to go in the Stargazer, and it yields us 200 baits as well. Now, since we have our beasts already to resonating a level 18, we're not focused on the beasts at all, but we're going to continue building them out little by little. I'm not going to go in there and specifically get anything out of events, out of the Noble Society, out of any place to get and build out beasts a little bit further. We're just going to use these as we do kind of get them in. So a really big pull and a really good focus right there. Now looking at the Cursed Realm, we came in 6.8%. So overall pretty good. Now, of course, in here, this is just really a building dream. When you think of the ability to get some of those time emblems, get some of those Stargazer scrolls, this is huge when we have new Awakened Heroes and new Celestials and Hypos come up. Having the cards already built in, having and getting these cards on a regular basis are huge. But in addition, when you look at your elemental cores, it is incredibly difficult to get them in any mass quantity, short of the Noble Society or an event. And then, of course, we do pick up some additional baits, which again, we're not really too worried about, but we also get some Twisted Essence. This gives us the ability, in conjunction with the Twisted Realm, to get a lot of essence to continue building out our Elder Tree in their entirety, which of course affects the entire faction, which is cool, or the entire class based on the hero that you're building. And then we get some shards to boot to go ahead and build some of those. So a really, really good focus pull on that as well. Leaderboards, we came in 89. Now, we've been trying to stay under the 50 when it comes to the treasure scramble. Unfortunately, this time we didn't because, of course, the two big things right here, we get these Stargazer scrolls, which again, they are amounting. You can see that while we own 3,400 diamonds, but we are picking up these emblem chests. Now, of course, there's a very specific way to build heroes. We've kind of talked about this before, which we can do a quick review on this video, and I'll show you exactly who we're kind of building out with those. Then, of course, we pick up a little bit more baits. We get a couple more chests in here, which is going to yield us some more cores, being able to build out those heroes. And then, of course, the time emblems as well. We're starting to accumulate almost 300 at that point. Definitely well worth it. Then, of course, right here with our hunt, the guild boss, so we got them built. So looking at the focus again, looking at heroes, this is the way that I really do recommend building out these heroes in their entirety, is you are going to have really 3 different heroes that are going to be the focus, meaning that you are going to have one hero from these primary three factions. That is who you're going to build. That is exactly who you're going to focus on. You are going to choose one hero and one hero alone at a time. Systematically or mathematically, we're going to continue going through these heroes. Now, of course, right now we just built out Adrian and Elise. This is a hero that we did build out to the ascended level. Now, at this point, I don't know the effectiveness of this hero. We don't know exactly where they're going to land. So we're kind of paused right now on building this faction hero. Also knowing that we could have that Graveborn hero that is coming, and depending on what that drops, if it drops as support, if it's a mage, depending on what it is, it could make a really big difference in AFK Arena, where unfortunately with Adrian and Elise, we are not seeing quite that impact. Now, in addition to building out those 4 faction heroes, you choose one Celestial or Hypo hero at a time. Now, this, of course, is huge when you're building these out, because the focus build is really going to build the hero when you need the hero, when they're very prevalent. Even looking at some of our older heroes, when you look at Zap, when you look at Orthos, when you look at right here at Moriel, there was a point in time where these heroes were used for everything. Unfortunately, as it sits today, not a lot of utility for these heroes at all, short of possibly the tower if you do have them built in the tower. But overall, it seems like it is a really good way to build them. Now within here, right now we were focused on and we are building out Valkyrie. You can see we need one more piece of furniture, which we just got that red custom scroll that we can use to go ahead and finish out the furniture. That will build Valkyrie out in her entirety. And then the final one we look at is building out the Awakened Heroes. Now we know the Awakened Heroes are the ones that cost an incredible amount of money. Just because of the investment. Now, when it comes to these, not only the time emblems, to be able to build those, they're way more expensive than just our regular summons. They are a little bit more difficult to build. Now, when it comes to building out, and we are building out Lucius as we are right now, we are looking at focusing and building out with epic emblems. Now, the way that we do this, and you have to remember this, guys, is if we have a hero that is at a plus 30 signature item, so literally built out to a plus 30 signature item. When you start going from a 30 to a 40, it is going to be the first upgrade is going to utilize your epic light emblems. You are going to take them up a little bit. You are going to take them actually to 31. So you're going to use it literally one time. Then you're going to look at your regular red chest or your light emblems. This is going to take the hero from 32 all the way to 38. And then the final 2 levels are going to be the same with these epic light emblems. You are going to use it for level 39 and 40, and that's it. So when you look at these epic emblems, there are only 3 different levels going from 30 to 40 that you are going to utilize these. Now, also remember, with your regular red chests, you have to make sure that heroes need a plus 20 to a plus 30. So you're still going to need 300 red chests to build them out in their entirety as we continue to progress within AFK Arena. Now, of course, like I said, Lucius is the one that we're focused on. I don't think we have enough emblems to actually build this up a little bit further, getting it to 40. Then when it comes to the engraving, we are focused on the attack aspect as it is right now. So we'll go ahead and we'll build one more level on attack. Now, of course, as we continue to focus and build this hero up, we not only get him a little bit stronger, but when you look at utility-wise, Curse Realm, Nightmare Corridor, Treasure Scramble, Lucius is very present in all of those, meaning that the more that we're investing into some of these specific heroes, the effectiveness or the focus, we're going to score a lot better in those game modes because we do have those heroes built. And again, it does kind of go hand in hand when we're building them out and also kind of overbuilding them, doing higher engraving, doing higher signature items, doing higher furniture within a lot of these. And a perfect example of this is a hero like Liberta. Now, Liberta, of course, we have a plus 40, but when you look at the inn itself, we almost have all of the furniture maxed out in the entirety, which means going to a 36 maxed out furniture. That adds an incredible amount of utility to this hero and also stats. You're stacking stats on top of stats as you're starting to build them out a little bit further. And then, of course, when you start putting more stars on them, in conjunction with the engraving, you are getting additional stats right there, but it's going to be interesting who is coming down the pipeline. And of course, we do have our dimensional heroes. Now, for the dimensional heroes specifically, this is why we have been building out and buying those emblems of space out of the shop on a regular basis. So when it comes to the store, you want to be picking up these emblems because essentially this is going to be what you're going to build those dimensional heroes with. I know it's a little bit more expensive and you could get some red chests, but overall, I am stockpiling space emblems. That way, when we do have a new hero coming up, I can use a majority of these space emblems to build them up because this is honestly the cheapest way to do it. And also remember that you don't have to use all of the other resources that you're using for other heroes because you can specifically use these, and picking them up on a regular basis does make a really big difference to building them out. And of course, guys, when you look at the heroes, there is an optimal build, which I have the AFK shorts that really focus on it. You don't want to overbuild heroes that are not and don't have a lot of utility. But with that, because I know we also do have right now the signature swap that a lot of people are looking at. So when it comes to this, just making sure what heroes you're using, which heroes you are not using, but also keep in mind what heroes you're using for the towers. That is one of the big things that I think a lot of players do overlook, is when it comes to the towers themselves, it's a lot more difficult to really disseminate who is good and who is bad, or who you're using and who you're not, because I don't want you to reset a hero that you built up pretty high like a Crucio just to find out that he's used in a lot of tower formations and it's very effective in that game mode. But all right, guys, so that's going to do it for today's video. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. And as always, thank you guys for watching.